Hi, I'm Eleanor with 3 scoops of exclusive soap previews. Newly divorced, Zainab has all the freedom in the world, but she refuses to go to Pakistan with Yusuf because of her granddaughter. So Yusuf tries to convince Amira and Saeed to relocate too, and he mulls it over when Jane encourages him to move on from Christian. Zainab is hurt when she realises Masood slept with Jane. Well, that'll happen if you divorce someone, and she accepts Yusuf's proposal. Then he tries to convince Afia to move too, but Tamwar is upset at the idea, which infects Zainab and she begins to have second thoughts. Suddenly, Yusuf's true colours show and he belts her. Then he offers cousin Tariq a bribe, the argy-bargy, to keep quiet about his engagement. Phil and Shirley are convinced Rainey is the stalker when they get texts saying, "I know." But then the recording of Phil's confession goes missing from Jax. Is he the stalker? And we learn more about Derek as he helps Janine evict squatters. Michael is terrified of him, while Rainey can't keep her hands off the mystery man. Next, we're in Weatherfield. You'll be shocked to learn there's more hysteria in the Webster household this week, when Sophie and Sian run away to elope. Earlier, Amber offers to go to the cinema with Sophie when Sian can't make it, but then Amber's ex turns up and Sophie's solo again. Sophie tells Dev about Amber's bloke, Arj, but then Amber confronts her about ratting on her and wants to know why. Isn't it obvious? Sadly for Soph, Amber tells her she likes boys, which jolts her into some clarity, and she tells Sian she can't wait until they're 18 to get married. Of course, Sally forbids it, but she can't do much when they run off to Gretna Green. Or can she? Becky's upset when Steve and Tracy leave on a holiday and Max moves into the Platts. But when he goes missing, Kylie thinks Becky's nabbed him. He's quickly found at the pub, waiting for Becky. He wants her to take him to nativity rehearsals, and Kylie's grateful when her sis says maybe they should all spend more time together. And Nick and Eva get together after they break into the warehouse to retrieve his wine. A close call with security leads to a moment of intimacy, which won't please Stella or Gail. Last, we're in Emmerdale. Poor little orphan girl Amy has no one to turn to, and when she catches Val and Pollard whispering, thinks they want rid of her. If only she knew. Later, Amy's terrified when she thinks Belle has revealed all to Kane and hides in the cemetery, but suddenly goes into labour. She tries to phone the midwife but gets her voicemail and gives birth alone. And it gets worse. She can't detect the baby breathing and panics, leaving it in a phone box. Hazel finds the baby and calls Zach and Lisa, while Amy turns up bleeding and traumatised at David's and tells him everything. Will the baby survive? And will David keep secret who its mother is? And can Amy keep Kane's name out of the awful mess? Meanwhile, Jay wants to postpone the wedding because Priya won't keep away from Kane, who's stepping up his campaign against the Sharmas. Jay loses his head completely when he finds him in the house with Priya and winds up on an assault charge. And Katie is at her wit's end with Declan. Tired of being his whipping girl, she decides she has to end their relationship, but is shocked when he proposes.